Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. We are at the Policy Conference on Mackinac Island, and we have Ryan Hundt with us. He's the CEO of the Michigan Works Association. And tell everybody what that is, first of all, because there are a lot of area associations, or a lot of area works.
Right, yeah, perfect. Yeah, the Michigan Works Association, we are the nonprofit association based out of Lansing, and we help support the 16 Michigan Works agencies across the state on all things workforce development related, whether it's advocacy at the federal and the state level, offering professional development and workshop opportunities for frontline Michigan Works staff so they're better equipped to handle any requests or information coming in from employers and job seekers. And then we also have a number of key events throughout the year. Chris, you emceed our Impact Awards back in March in Lansing, and then we have our annual conference coming up in September at the Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort in Mount Pleasant.
And what surprised me most is people stayed.
Right. And you got a couple good laughs out of it, too.
I did,
They're
yeah.
laughing with you, not at you, trust me.
I'm not sure about that, but anyway. All right, well, let's talk. This is policy up here. And what you do is advocacy. Let's be honest about it. What are the major issues right now?
Right now, what we're facing in Michigan, we've heard a few folks talk about it up here, labor force participation. How do we get people back to work? That's a major concern. Michigan is 41st right now in labor force participation rates around the country. And I was talking with a few folks yesterday, and I said, what is it going to take to get us back to the U.S. average, and what is it going to take to get us to top 10 status? Organizations like Business Leaders for Michigan, under Jeff Donofrio, they're very focused on getting Michigan to top 10 status. And so what it's going to take for us, we need 200,000 more people to re-enter the workforce in Michigan just to get back to the base U.S. average. We need 340,000 people to re-enter the workforce to get to a top 10 status in Michigan. That's a lot of work. There's no magic silver bullet that's going to solve all of our woes. So we need to be very targeted and also hyper-focused on ensuring that we're getting women back into the workforce. Michigan lost about 200,000 women at the height of the pandemic who exited the workforce, who have not yet come back into the workforce. We need to encourage and make sure that we're providing resources and support around childcare, and also removing any other barriers that individuals may be running into so they can feel better supported and re-enter the workforce.
Well, yeah, and the Michigan Works associations, but each one of the individuals, they're looking at some legislative issues right now. There's a few changes to miss.
Sure. At the federal level right now, we are facing probably one of the biggest threats that we've had in quite some time to the workforce system in Michigan. I won't get into too many details on the actual piece of legislation, but back in the 1930s, there was the Wagner-Peiser Act that was passed during the Depression, and that really set in stone the workforce system in Michigan and across the country, quite frankly. And what we're facing right now is Michigan has been fortunate for the past few decades. We have a very flexible model in delivering employment services under that federal act, and unfortunately, the U.S. Department of Labor has come out with some new rules that would effectively take away the existing flexible model that Michigan has right now and put into place another different model that would effectively reduce or eliminate a number of services that the Michigan Works agencies provide to veteran populations, refugee and immigrants, youth with career exploration, and the My Career Quest events. A lot of those services would either be reduced or eliminated if a new model were put into place for delivering those services. And that's one thing we're going to be strongly opposed.
What's behind the model change? Because this is absolutely if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Correct. I totally agree. I think the two big issues that we have seen and that we're hearing from that proposed rule change, one is a labor union issue. The feds would like for the workforce employees to be represented by some type of labor organization. The interesting thing, though, is about 80% of the staff right now at the Michigan Works agencies who deliver those services are already represented in some way, shape, or form by a labor organization. It might be a school district, it might be any other labor organization they are currently represented by. So that argument is already thrown out the window. The second piece is they would like, in periods of high surge for unemployment claims, they would like to take those employment services staff and transition them over to respond to UI claims. Now, if you recall, at the height of the pandemic in Michigan, the Michigan Works offices were called upon to help help support all the unemployment claims throughout the state. They fielded over 1.3 million calls. They helped thousands of individuals access their information online. And so we're already prepared, and we've been having some conversations with our partners at the state level to formalize that relationship a little bit further in the event that we ever have another high surge of unemployment claims again. The Michigan Works offices will be there to respond.
So, and this is, should you see the name, this is the Pizer.
The Wagner-Pizer Act, correct. Yep, correct.
So that's one of the things that, and it is an issue, it really is. We've got things running pretty well here.
Right, we do.
And why change them too much?
And Michigan, I'll be honest, is oftentimes viewed as a best-in-class workforce delivery model from across the country. Like you said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We're very proud of the workforce system that we have here, very proud of the work that the Michigan Works agencies do on a daily basis in support of job seekers, employers, and the overall economy here in Michigan.
So is this more of a federal issue then?
This is a federal issue,
okay.
Correct.
So you wanted to see the senators that are up there. And
absolutely.
Okay, good. Well, we've talked to both of them, so they've got an idea of it. Not a problem. Any other issues that
as we're working through the state budget process, right, there's a number of different initiatives that we're continuing to support. Going Pro Talent Fund, for example, we're very supportive of the governor's recommendation to increase funding for the Going Pro Talent Fund. So we're excited, and we'll continue to do the good work there and make sure that we have the right resources for both employers and job seekers and all residents of Michigan at the state and the federal level.
Yeah. So how long have you been in this job now?
It's been 10 months, believe it or not, almost coming up on a year.
Wait, not 10 years?
Not 10 years. Some days it feels like 10 years, but it's only been 10 months. But really appreciate all the support that you have given us as a member of our board of directors at the Michigan Works Association. It's been a fun ride so far, and we'll just continue to do the good work that we do every single day.
It's been a pleasure, and you got it because you deserve it.
Thank you.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Ryan Hundt from the Michigan Works Association. We are on the island for the Policy Conference, and you're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman. We'll be back with more.